we're moving to a world where technology is just now starting another platform. So from the smartphone and the web and the open source now to generative AI. Generative AI is AI that can make things in a nutshell, using data, information, language understanding, image understanding to create content and conversation. This is the important part. This AI can converse, can talk to me, and I can talk to it. Content and conversation. Conversational AI, that's of course a big deal. Now we have apps like Sora from OpenAI that make movie clips, 60 seconds. It's not on the market yet, but you can check it out on their website, OpenAI, Sora, to look at their clips. And now you can basically kind of fake a clip without a camera and without licensing any images. Think about the issues that brings up in terms of intellectual property right. But pretty cool clips that you can use, and I'll show you later why that's not as amazing, all of it as it looks, but it is pretty amazing that we can do that with a machine now. So we can just enter a text prompt and it will make a alien video walking through the city for us. It would be very good, for commercials or mock-ups or that sort of thing, probably. And then we have that also with sound. So now this company called 11 Labs, they can take the movie from Sora and they can put sound on it. All I have to do is type in the prompt and say, I want engine noise or birds, well, that sort of thing. Well, you get the point, not only can I fake people, I can also fake sounds, videos, images. And I think that's sort of a dual issue here. Some of it would be amazing because it would help me to, for example, to do marketing better and to create things much faster. But sometimes, of course, we wouldn't know whether we are looking at something that's manipulated. And now this being the year of elections around the world, that could be a big deal. We don't know if we can trust something because trust is at the basis of democracy. And trust, of course, is a very big deal when we're looking at this. So now we have this thing also from Sora. Now here you can see why it isn't all actually like it's made to be. For example, this monkey is now playing. You can see here he has 3 kings, right, on the board, and he has 7 fields on the chessboard, which obviously, that's not going to be a good chess game. So those kind of things, veracity, truth, context, causality, common sense. No, machines don't have common sense because common sense is not something that's based on just the data. So powerful stuff here, but let's take it with a grain of salt because now we're at the point where we use it as a tool, not as a purpose, just like we're using, WhatsApp or Spotify, but probably more dramatic in its output. Like here, I gave a prompt to ChatGPT using the app called DALL-E, D-A-L-L-E. That's part of ChatGPT, OpenAI. And I said, I want to show left-handed writers creating poetry. Do you see any left-handed writers here? I don't see any. And I asked it 47 times to actually do that. It will not generate left-handed writers. It's not allowed, I guess. But eventually it would generate writers without any hands. It would do that. So, basically, large language models like ChatGPT, frequently wrong, but never in doubt. That can be an issue when it's about legal issue or healthcare or financial advice. We need to make sure that we can trust it. And I think that will greatly improve, but it will never be perfect. So it's like Google search, we have to use our own judgment. We cannot fall asleep at the wheel. We cannot just say, okay, that's the definitive answer. Whether it's about little things or small things, whether it's about, voting or whether it's about making decisions, top-level decisions, we have to keep our own judgment. We should always keep the human in the loop. So, Marshall McLuhan in the 70s said, it's the framework that changes with each technology, not just the picture. So when we look at artificial intelligence, it's everything around education, work, jobs, automation, augmentation. All of that stuff is changing, not just the picture, which is to say, I'm going to use a better app so I can work faster. No, it's much larger than that because now we're moving into a world from the CLI, the code command line, the GUI, basically browsers and apps, and now we're moving to the NUI, the natural user interface. Now we can speak to computers. That is next. Imagine you can sit down, you have a virtual library of pretty much any book ever written. You can query it, you can ask it, you can ask it to make slideshows, you can ask it to make videos. Yeah, is that a blessing or a curse? I think it'll be mostly a blessing. But we'll have to figure out how to go about it and how to protect our humanness, our inefficiency. our privacy. And we have to think about that as we develop new things. So as we're going from graphic interfaces to conversational AI, we're going to basically speak to computers as if there were people. Here's an example from an app called Humane.ai.
Humane AI Pen. It's a standalone device and software platform built from the ground up for AI. Engagement comes through your voice, touch, gesture, the laser ink display. Play the song How Music Makes You Feel Better. Weather, the date, how much protein?
These almonds have 15 grams of protein.
Well, you get the point here, right? It was supposed to be launching in March. Hasn't launched yet. I think this is very complicated. There's going to be some time before that actually works. Imagine if you're in a noisy, like a workshop or a campus, that will be pretty tough to make that work. But it's coming. We're moving to conversational AI, moving to a world where this will be basically everywhere. Every command line, every browser window, every car, everything we do will be connected to smart machines that can give answers. Amazon Rufus as an app where you can buy stuff on Amazon, and of course you can buy more stuff on Amazon because of Rufus. They're quite happy about that. Google has an app that is an artificial intelligent doctor where you can ask very specific questions, and it gives good advice. So that would be quite helpful, especially in countries like, in Africa, for example, continents like Africa, where we have not enough doctors. So that could make a dent in the cost of healthcare. That's why all these industries are changing, because, I can use these tools to find things. And of course, it has to be authorized and it has to be done in such a way where we can easily expect that to happen. So powerful stuff. I think what we're seeing here is really this convergence of HI, human intelligence, and machine intelligence, AI, artificial intelligence. Some people have been calling this alien intelligence, intelligence that comes from outside, which is kind of true in a way. We've always thought about aliens coming and doing that with us, not to us. And now it's us who have built these machines. So in this feature, it's about biological intelligence, and that is 8 different things, according to Gardner. I'm sure you're aware of these things: social, intellectual, kinesthetic, musical, purposeful intelligence. All of this, the whole ballpark of human intelligence is not just about knowledge. It's not just about logic. Digital intelligence is about logic. That's where it falls short, of course, because the logic is unlimited. It has everything that's ever been said and written in the cloud. That's very powerful. But does it truly understand human existence? And human existence is a little bit more than just digital numbers, emotions, intuition, compassion, consciousness, values, spirituality, empathy, powerful stuff that we need to focus on, because the machines will do the heavy lifting when it's about simple logic, commodity work, like I said before. So this is, of course, where we should be going to school for, but can you go to school for mystery, consciousness, empathy, right? That's an interesting question. That's something that you learn kind of inadvertently. As we move into our world, the human world, we have a complete 360-degree understanding of the world. We don't think with the head and the brain. We think with the body. And intelligence is the ability to solve problems. Machines can do that, solve certain problems, as long as they can be solved in that calculation kind of way, logical kind of way. But consciousness, the ability to feel things, that takes humans. And I don't want that for machines to be something that they should be doing. And I think we should not invent machines that have consciousness. That would be a very bad idea for many reasons, all for economic reasons, for practical reasons, for national security reasons, for all of that, right? Basically, consciousness should be kept for humans. I feel very strongly about that, because knowledge work means, we don't just compute things. We don't just go back there, pick up information. We think about EQ, emotional quotient, and IQ. That is the education of the future. EQ and IQ, not just STEM and engineering and math and science. Machines can do that. It's rule-based systems. Now it's about emotional intelligence, social intelligence, creativity, negotiation, design. Because let's keep in mind what's happening here, right? Machines don't think. Machines don't have hunches, very important for human business, right? Machines don't understand, they understand the facts. Machines don't imagine, and they certainly don't care, and they shouldn't. As long as we keep that in mind, I think these are powerful tools. It's kind of like, if you're a carpenter, use a nail gun, you can, fix things quicker. You can go about the work quicker, but a nail gun is also quite dangerous. You have to know how to use it. So machines don't do all these things, but they do other things that we can apply them to. So as we're moving into this world, the pyramid of what we're going to end up doing changes dramatically. So the lower part, intelligence, knowledge, data and information, that's kind of becoming machine turf. Not all knowledge, of course, intelligence. We'll keep a lot of that as well. But simple data and information, machines will do that. And that will change our education forever. We're going to move up into the top part of this pyramid, the human turf, right? Tacit knowledge, quiet knowledge, understanding, wisdom, purpose, consciousness, spirituality, human agency. And how do we learn that at school? Well, that should be part of what we're studying. And that's why we should also bring back the humanities, because the humanities is not something that machines will get.